Okay, this is on the Harris job, number 55659. So, there's this, our scope here. This is kind of a big one. So, Lance made a plan. I'll go over that in a minute. But if you come in the basement, we have a furnace right here. So we're moving the furnace over 7 inches and forward 7 inches. I drew it on the floor where it would be. Setting the furnace on a 6-inch base, furnace, coil. Make sure the coil is clean. Gonna have to cut this line set, and right now it's running on this side here. So you're gonna have to cut and couple it here and run it on this side of the duct, because this side from 1.5 inches is there. So run it over here, unless you can, you know, want to get it over above or whatever you want to do, but it probably needs to be moved there. But anyway, so off the coil we have piece number 2, piece number 3, and then piece number 4, which will sit like this. So we have, so this return air gets cut up to there. The supply air, this gets removed all the way down, and this gets removed, and I have a cut line right there. And this gets removed, I have a cut line right here. So you're going to reuse this, but I also have removed this section. So cut it right there and cut it at the joint, and just move this section this way, 10 inches. That way I can make my T and the back is flat. Otherwise you can't make the T. Is that we're having issues if we do it a different way, getting, because we have a beam here. So anyway, that's why. On this supply here, I have a cut line right there. Okay, back to this piece. So we'll put a damper here for the basement zone and a damper here for the main floor zone. Reconnect that up to where I said at the end. This one we're going to go down as far as we can and put an end cap. Okay, go to the next paper. Actually, I missed one. I'm gonna pause it for a minute. Okay, I didn't miss one, it just skipped it. So, this is a side view of number 3. So off the back of the furnace, we're gonna have piece number 15, which is 5 inches long with a damper in it, 1 inch out, and this bottom here will be going over the coil, and then this should go into the slip of piece number 3. Anyway, that'll make it so we can make this offset, which is a 3-inch offset, so it needs to be 5 inches long. So make that offset, and then a 16-inch straight piece of duct right out the back here. And you may have to knock out this wood around, you know, to get it there, because I measured to the top of the cement, not to the wood. Sorry, the bottom of the cement. So take out this wood. And then we'll just put a supply grill here. While I'm on that basement, well, let me go on a different one here. So this duct here, off the side, we're going to come off the side of this 90 and do this with the damper duct just as it shows. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we need to get a 10 by 16 into this theater return. I'll just walk over there. So what I'm going to do, this is cement. It should break out pretty easy, but you need to, I'm going to order a 10 by 16 box from contractors, and so you probably don't need to take out the wood on this one, but you need to break out this concrete here to get your box in there. A ceiling box, that's what I'm going to order. And then 10-inch 90, 10-inch 90, and he knows about it. I talked to him. He's okay with it. Gonna have to re-header this, and then 10-inch 90 down, then 10-inch 90 in. So I'm gonna do a wraparound return air, which is just a 5-foot piece of duct with 2 end caps. So it's right here, but I have a different picture of it somewhere. Yeah. So it's right here. I just have a 5-foot piece of 16 by 9 because the furnace is going to be 9 inches off the back wall, with 2 end caps. And then, so you should be able to take a 10-inch round 90, dovetail it in here, and bring it up the side here. Okay. But this room is going to be used to store a baby grand piano, so he's okay if it's lower. Obviously, you have all these other pipes are lower. Just so you know, so the new duct coming off the side for this one, I have a cut line here, but our duct's going to hit these 90s before it reduces because Lance made it bigger. So we're going to have to, I gave you 4 45s, we're going to have to put 45s on these and get rid of these 90s. And also, so we're going to have enough room to get one 6-inch top takeoff off the top. And you know what? There's something up there. I don't know if we have room. That's probably why they didn't. Well, we have 6 inches until we hit that black pipe, so it may or may not work with a 6-inch top takeoff. But that's what I gave you. And then I gave you a 6-inch side takeoff. You're going to have to double 90 it back over to reconnect to that one. So that's that. Okay, so that's the basement return theater return air. So I have a basement return air too. Lance originally wanted it to go out here, but that's a closet. I talked to the homeowner, and if this isn't okay with Lance, we can add something else, but we're gonna put a 30 by 8, so I gave you a little 4-inch sleeve. Oh, I need to mark it. Little 4-inch sleeve, 1 inch out, and then I just gave you two 30 by 4 flat metal to get under the fur down here. But I wrote it down here, 30 by 8 baseboard. Knock out this, knock out that. And so I gave you a 4-inch 30 by 8 duct. So just cut this out and come right in the side of it. Oh, you know what? This one needs to be bigger than 4. Let's see, that needs to be 10, 14 inches probably. So make that one 14. The other option that me and Lance talked about was to come out with a 12-inch round right here and just put a baseboard grill right here. Problem is, this is going to be cabinets, so he's only going to have 2 inches under the cabinet. So if Lance wants to get more return air, our other option is to do that, but then just put 2 by whatever they make, 2 by 14 grills under the cabinets. Anyway, okay, so that's that. So where the heck's my plan? There it is. So I'm just going to kind of go over the plan for a minute. Let's see here. Okay, we're going this way. So some things changed from the plan. It's the bathroom's drawn over there, but it's really over there. Some of these closets weren't here, but I will start. I went over the one in the theater room. So in the bathroom, we're just going to put a 4 by 10 by 5 angle boot right there. I'm wondering if I should make that an end boot right there. I'm going to make it an end boot right here, since this joist space is right in the middle. That way it won't blow in the shower. Nothing in here. He wanted also a 4 by 12 by 7 angle boot centered from this wall to this wall, so somewhere probably over this door or something. We're going to get a 4 by 12 by 7 end boot here and just get it wherever we can from the basement run. Yeah, wherever we can. We're gonna have conflict with this 6-inch. I'm gonna have to try to figure out, you may have to come out over here with that 6-inch, well, for the supply or something, and then jog it over, anyway, just know you're going to have conflict trying to get it over there because you have, and also, you know, you've got this 8-inch, so you may have to drop down and follow the duct and go back up. I'm not sure how you're going to get it there unless you run it all the way over. No, you still can't. And you have that conflict with everything. So I gave you 4x14 beam dodgers on most of these 8 inches. So you're going to have a, sorry, that's 1/7, but you're going to have a 8-inch 4x14x8 right here, and then one here, and one around over the door, then one about over that window. To get in there, I gave you 8-inch top takeoffs. Let's see, those are coming up the basement, so they have to go over this one. And then you're going to have to probably 90 down, 90 over, then 90 back up. And then I gave you beam dodgers to go over these 8s, you know, so you can get one there, and you're going to have to do another beam dodger over to get one over there. This one should be a straight shot, but then this one over here, he gave you an 8-inch damper by itself. I'm trying to figure out how to even get it there because you have a bunch of crap going on in here. And the way I see it is, let me go on the other side. If you take a 8-inch side takeoff, and you'll have your damper, and then just come up here by your 10-inch 90, come up here, and then maybe hop up here and over, and it'll, you know, you have to use beam dodgers to get over this flex probably, but then an angle boot there. So I'm giving you a lot of beam dodgers. Use them if you need to. And the exhaust fan for the bathroom just going to go up and out, and it's just going to be a side vent under the deck. All right, I'm going to pause it for a minute, get my bearings. Okay, combustion air, not applicable. Vent, going to redo as needed. I'm giving you plenty of fittings, but your duct's going to be lower, so your 90s are going to have to come over here, then 45 up and over. But anyway, AC, move lines into other wall as needed. Make sure the coil is clean. Add a filter dryer and Lancet on the scope to flush the lines. Drain to the floor. I'm going to give you an easy trap so you can add that and just tie in to the floor. So yeah. Thermostat, Lance has Ecobee thermostats. Zone panel. And I need to put on order a transformer for that as well. Rehook up humidifier, etc. And I'm just going to order you a new sticker thing. Document holder. And is that it? I believe that's it. We'll go from there. Thanks.